The Chicago Bulls prepare to take on the Indiana Pacers at the United Center today. The Chicago Bulls keep up their level of play and get a dub against the Indiana Pacers. We're going to talk about all and more, but first, you already know what we got to do. We're going to play that intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And hey yo, do y'all see the changes in this bitch? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see what I did for y'all? Do y'all see what I did for y'all? Do y'all see this? Do you see the hard work and dedication? Look at this upgrade. Look at the upgrade. Look at the upgrade. Y'all can't nobody tell me shit. That's really what it comes down to. I'm going to be 100% frank with y'all. Ain't nobody telling me shit. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this right now? Come on, man. Hey. I couldn't wait till the new year. I was going to do the new year, new me thing, but I couldn't wait till the new year. It's time for the upgrades to come now, man. Hey, we in this bitch, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. This could be a really fun game. Kobe White, Miles Bucilis, Lonzo Ball, they're all available tonight for the Chicago Bulls. So besides Patrick Williams, we got a full gamut of players when it comes down to it. Miles Bucilis gets to kind of keep that momentum going. We'll see how much he plays in this game. And listen, y'all better stay up off Miles Bucilis' face. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody accidentally elbowing Miles Bucilis when it comes down to it. We got to keep shit going, man. But yeah, the progression that Miles Bucilis has been on, the run that Nikola Vucevic is on, the way that Ayo Dosunmu is playing now after his cold stretch, man. Hey, it is what it is when it comes down to it, man. We got to keep going. We got to keep excelling. We got to keep playing our brand of basketball, man. And we're going to see how this turns out for the Chicago Bulls, man. But overall, let's hope that this Bulls team is ready, prepared, and they understand what's going to be needed to perform in a game like this. The Pacers have been struggling today. Struggling this season. Make no mistake about it. The struggles have been there. They aren't the same team that they were last year offensively, and definitely probably even worse defensively when it comes down to it. So we're going to need this team to really be on their P's and Q's. The Bulls have to be prepared today. If they're not, it's going to be an ugly game for the Chicago Bulls team. So let's hope that they're ready. Let's hope that they're good to go, man. And if that, hey, we'll see it, man. We'll see. Well, hopefully this team is prepared, man. Because if they're not, this game could get real ugly real quick for the Chicago Bulls when it comes down to it, man. Is this the first time you're debuting? Yes, this is the first stream. I've been working my ass off to get this done by tonight's stream. I wasn't even going to do this until tomorrow. I have been working my black ass off to get this done in time to still get this pregame show together. I've been working my ass off, yo. Working my black ass off. That's what I've been doing. And I love it, man. I love it. You know how when you have a vision for something and it comes together the exact way that you hoped it was going to come together? That's how this background came. That's how this background came together. Like bits and pieces. I was going to do a different LED thing. You notice the sign with my name on it is gone. It's just all Chicago now. That's what we focus on. This show ain't about me. It's about the Chicago Bulls fans and Bears fans that rock with us. So I had to take the King Haize sign down. That's been retired. It's over in storage now. This is about the Chicago Bears Central is about Bears fans. Chicago Bulls Central is about Bulls fans. That's what this is about. That's what we represent, man. And we in this mug. So, it is what it is when it comes down to it. Bulls going on a win streak here. Sorry for tanking Bulls fans. We'll see. There's nothing to guarantee with that. Nothing to guarantee that at all. Here goes your dumbass. See, this is the thing. I only came at you because you came at me. You notice how we're having fun in here. You're so busy worried trying to get your win back because you got flamed. You came in here trying to talk about me and my weight, and you got flamed. I don't like talking about people, but if you try to step to the table, you got to come with better jokes than that. It's not my fault that you missing 2 side teeth. It's not my fault that the last time you try to lick your girl's titty, it got stuck in between your big teeth because you couldn't afford braces growing up. It's not my fault of that. Don't worry about why I'm putting people down. If you leave me the fuck alone, I'll leave you the fuck alone. But unfortunately, Millie mouth ass bastards like you try to be the star of the show, and then you got to be made an example of. That just is what it is. I respond with the energy that you give me. That's it. What up, Haize? What are your feelings? Really hope we get the W. Any word on Modest? They're all playing today. So as a mate, Lonzo, Kobe, and Modest Bucilis are all playing today. They're all playing today. I feel like the Pacers matchup very similar with us, with their lack of defense and a bunch of scoring. So this will be entertaining matchup. We have to feed Vooch, though, as he is our consistent offense, especially in the half court. Especially in the half court. If he's not ready to go in the half court, man, it gets real ugly for the Chicago Bulls. So we definitely got to feed Vooch in the half court. There's no doubt about that at all. So I already timed him out, bro. Shouldn't even respond to the clown. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna stop. You know, it is what it is. Hey, the background. Hey, listen. We steady upgrading and improvements, man. That's what we all about here. The growth. We about the growth. I'm changing the lens on my camera too. I actually got a old school cinema lens. It's a 50 millimeter, but it's like a 1.2. All that mug's about to look. The background is about to be blurry than a motherfucker. So first time I've seen this setup. This is fire, bro. How long did it take for you to set up? So I started working on this around 4 o'clock, around 3 o'clock Chicago time, and I literally finished about 5 minutes before the stream started. So yeah, about 3 hours. About 3 hours is how long it took me to finish everything. About 3 hours. I still got some things that I need to do. There's some things I need to tighten up with the setup. But overall, I'm happy with it. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Haize, real talk. Where did you get the Chicago Bulls sign? I need that for the man cave. Honestly, this God's honest truth. God's honest truth. I made it. That like real talk. So you know, it is what it is when it came down to it. That's not nothing that you can buy. I made it. The LED lights, I put those on there behind there. That like, hold on, let me, because I don't know if you can tell. So the heads have their own LED lights. I got to turn that one up. I got to turn this one up. Yeah, that one's too low. I got to turn that one up. But they have their own LED lights. So yeah, I put that on there. So I made these motherfuckers. I've been working my black ass off. That's what I've been doing. Who wins if the Bulls and Bears were to go head to head? I wonder if first of all, there's 53 people on the Chicago Bears roster. So I would think that if they go head to head, it's going to be the Bears just because of the number of people that they have on the roster. I initially thought the Bulls are going to play against Memphis because of your background. Why? My background has nothing to do with Memphis. Oh, because the Memphis Grizzlies logo does favor the Bears logo. So I could get where you're getting at with that one. Well, if you ever get rid of an old camera, let me know. Bro, you know how many cameras they got around here? I'm just gonna, so not the cameras that I use. So just taking away the two cameras that I use on the two sides of the studio. I got a Lumix G5, a G7. I got Sony A7, not S, just the A7. That's laying around here. I got Sony A6800, I think is what it is, as well, laying somewhere around here. I already said the G9. There's another camera I have around here as well. I got cameras for days, bro. I literally, so when I started doing the new studio setup, I really did think about adding a second camera angle, but I was like, it's just me. It really would make no sense to have multiple camera angles with just me. Now, if I had like guests in the studio, it would make more sense to have multiple camera angles, but it's just me. So it's like, it's pointless for me to have multiple camera angles. Setup is great. Maybe this will be the season we go on a 6-game winning streak. Man can dream. I would love to see it. I'm from Oz and new to the NBA. My two favorite teams playing against each other, Chicago and Pacers. Shout out to you. Hey, you got two favorite teams that are in the same division, so you get to see us play each other 4 times. So it came out great. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Do you take commission? Yeah, I make something. I'll make some stuff for other people. You'd make a killing selling signs like that aside, as a side business, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'll do it for people that I know, but for randoms, it takes way too. Maybe if I did it more, it wouldn't take as long. It takes way too long, bro. Bears would find a way to lose in the most dramatic fashion by a buzzer beater off a random obscure play. Sorry, not sorry. You're probably right. The Chicago Memphis Bears jerseys live through Timo right now. What? That's crazy. What's a good mic as a starter mic? So this is Behringer XM 8500, I believe, is the name of the mic. That's the first mic I started off with. Now, it doesn't look the best, but yeah, 85. The Behringer XM 8500. It's amazing. So if you're just and you don't, I don't think you do video yet, Troy. So like it's not the best and most attractive mic if you're like doing like a setup like this, but if you're just focused on sound quality, the sound quality of that mic is amazing. I'd get the Behringer XM 8500, pair that with the Behringer UM2 audio interface, and you're good. You got damn near studio quality audio with just those two. Really good. And the mic, I think, is like $30. It's not even a super expensive mic. Shit, it looks like it's on sale right now for $13. It must still be a Black Friday sale. Get that mic. I'm telling you, Troy, get that mic. Behringer XM 8500. Get that mic. Man, things seem to be going better and better. Listen, we've won games against bad teams. Look, like we're 3-5 in our last 5 games. But look at where the wins have come from. Washington, Brooklyn without most of their roster, and then the Spurs without Wemby. The two teams that we faced that are actually good in that stretch, Boston and I can't remember that we actually lost against. So I love the way that the Bulls are playing. I love the way they're moving the ball around, but I need to see them do it against better competition before I fully believe it, if that makes sense. I'm not fully trusting it yet. Setup looks good. I got myself a Bulls LED light for my B-Day. Looks hot as shit. Hey. So, oh, wait. So somebody asked about, I almost ordered these. Hold on. I almost ordered these, but they weren't quite big enough for what I wanted to do. That's why I had to make it myself. There it goes. So I almost ordered these, but I didn't because they're not as big as the heads that are behind me. And I didn't really want like small, but like if you just need something for like a man cave or whatever, this is a really good option. And I was glad that I found them. And they're cheap. They're only like $40. And so it's like really cool. You can set it up to do a lot of different stuff. See, they're less than a foot long. And so that's the only reason I didn't personally get these. I would have loved if it would have worked because it would have saved me some work to do this shit myself. But I wanted the big that's a bar. Somebody's gonna clip that. That I wanted the big look. So you know. I know they may be random, but if you don't know by now, I hate the New York Knicks and I definitely hate the Indiana Pacers along with the Miami Heat. Shay, you hate life, bro. You really hate life. I understand that we lost against Boston and Cleveland, but remember those games were real close. The only thing that stopped us were the damn listen, there was a lot more than turnovers in that. Hey, what's up? I just wanted to know what it is. What is the stats for the Bulls in triple digits because they score a lot of points in triple digits now, so they have a stat. What do you mean they score a lot of points in triple digits? You mean over 100 points per? What do you mean triple digits? 100 points per game? I think the Bulls average like 114 points per game, so we're always scoring in triple digits. Shout out to the Bulls Nation, Brazil. We need to start thinking about trade Kobe. It's the best way to get first round picks or plural. I mean, listen, a lot of people do agree with you like that. Hey, Haize, the new background looks amazing. LOL, almost clicked off the video thinking you were someone else. Then I saw the fit and beard. Listen, you gotta know what it is. It seems like the Bulls are scoring over 100 points each game, over 100 points. They have not did that since the Jordan era. They didn't even do that consistently in the Jordan era because that's a completely different era. Like they weren't scoring 100 points consistently then. It was more like 90, 95, right? So yeah, the Bulls are, I mean, but that's the modern NBA. I don't think any team in the league is averaging under 100 points per game. That's just the era that we live in. I'm double checking that just to make sure. So yeah, no, every team in the NBA is averaging over 100 points per game. The New Orleans Pelicans are averaging the least amount of points per game, and they're averaging 104, which is crazy. That's crazy. I'm a huge Bulls fan from Tehran, Iran. Is that how you pronounce that? Shout out to you. Shout out to supporting the channel, bro. Appreciate you, man. Is Modest playing tonight? Yes, Modest Busilis is playing today. He is playing today. I would say that the Bulls are third or fourth in most supported franchises. I probably put Lakers first, then maybe the Golden State Warriors due to the international exposure. But would you put Knicks above Bulls in support? Probably. I mean, if you're talking about overall support, like putting everything together, probably just because they are in New York, and so that gives them a whole different base for sure, right? When you look at it that way. Wait, what the hell is this new background? Yes, I told y'all it was coming. It's here. We're here. We're in this bitch. We got it done, yo. I did all this shit in the last 3 hours, bro. That's crazy. I love how the Bulls fans can come from anywhere and everywhere. Shout out to the internet. But it really is a cool thing, especially as somebody like who grew up internationally. It's really cool that you can find Bulls fans anywhere, man. Not gonna lie, my boy, without your hat, you look young as hell, but we should get a win today. Do I look younger without the hat? See, people, you know what it is? It's probably perception because people think that I'm bald, right? Like, so it's so many people that think because I wear hats all the time that I'm bald. So I think like the perception is like, hey, this is an old motherfucker. And then when I take off the hat, they're like, wait a second, he got a hairline and he got hair. Yes, I'm not bald. I am not bald. Where does the Pacers defense rank? Not as bad as the Bulls, I'm guessing. I don't know. Hold on, let me see. No. Well, they still give up 118 points per game, but the Bulls give up 123 points per game. Let's see about the defensive rating. The Bulls are still the worst defensive team in the league. I just want to see how far are they defensive rating wise. What? Why is it moving slow? The Pacers are 25th in defensive rating, so they're bad with us. Can we see your son's react? He hasn't seen it yet. He's actually asleep. He's had a very long couple of days. So, like, he had to go to the dentist yesterday. He got sealant put in and he got a filling put in and they numbed him. And he was in a lot of pain. Even when he came down here yesterday, he was in a lot of pain. That's why I asked him if he took his medicine. And then today at school, he had a long day at school. So he literally came home, he ate a little bit, and he's been out. So he hasn't seen it yet. When he does wake up, especially if it's on halftime or whatever, I'll try to get him down here so he can see it. I went on a Lakers fan stream the other day, and after they lost to the Heat, I feel like the standard they hold their teams to is way higher than what we have for the Bulls. That's a fact. And that's the standard that like the Lakers just hold themselves at in general, right? They hold themselves up to a very high standard. And we were there at one point in time. We need to get back there. I thought I was still drunk and high from last night. That's hilarious, by the way. Yeah, shout out to the international fans because us motherfuckers in Australia have to get up at 4 a.m. to watch the Philly game in 2 days. That's crazy. How many hats do I have? Last I counted, and I know I've probably bought another 10 since then, I had 120 Bulls hats. So I'm probably at closer to 150 right now. And 150 Bulls hats, probably close to 100 Bears hats. The reason I don't have as many Bears hats as Bulls hats is they just don't make a lot of Bears hats. Like, it's all variations of basically the same thing. You get a blue one, you can get an orange one. Occasionally, you can get like a weird design or whatever. So I still have a lot of Bears hats, but not nearly as many Bulls hats. Pacers are 2-10 in away games. Got to win this. Got to get this win. By the way, are the Pacers struggling right now? Why are the Pacers struggling right now? Did they overachieve last season? I think it comes. Tyrese Halliburton just isn't the same player. And even when you see him play, like you could just tell that Tyrese Halliburton just is not. He does not have that same thing that he had, man. Who invented Carolina for the what? Haize ain't ball. The ball-headed hoe Javon Carter is ball. That's a fact. That's a very big fact. I think it's not that we think you're bald. Old heads usually got waves. They think anything else for youngins. LOL. Not many old heads grow their hair out these days. That's why I'm not old. Like, I'm still a millennial. Like, let's not like I hate that, but you know what? Honestly, it's my sons that keep me young. So like one of the reasons why I ever grew. Not this time I decided to grow it out because I've had waves for so long. But like the first time I ever grew my hair out, it's because my oldest son Xavier was growing his hair out and he asked me to grow it with him. And then another time Alan asked me to do it with him. But yeah, so I can't even give credit to like to say that I came up with it on my own. So I'm taking the overnight, as you should. There's gonna be a lot of points scored probably tonight. You look about 35, but that ain't oh my guy. I just turned 38 yesterday. Just turned because you're not far off. Just turned 38 yesterday. Hayes, do you think that Vooch will get traded? He's a huge assist to our team right now, or do you think it's best we trade him because of the trade value? I mean, what I think is that it depends on the direction of the team. Like, yeah, Vooch is playing great, but let's be clear, we're still on pace to win 32 games. So it's like I understand why the front office may be looking to move on from Nikola Vucevic because of that. I just do. Got into another argument with a LeBron James fan because I said that he was on a decline, and you could see it in this game, and everybody was like, "I'm a hater," but from the eye test, the statistic test, you can tell LeBron isn't the defender that he used to be. He's not as efficient as he used to be. The turnovers are crazy right now for LeBron James, but that like, he's 39 years old. Like he should be on a decline. I think what happens is that people look year to year, you really don't typically see a huge decline. But if you go and look at LeBron James 5 years ago compared to now, you see a huge difference. If you go and look at LeBron James when Cleveland won the title versus now, an even bigger change. So yeah, he's definitely on a decline. I like people that don't want to admit that just are trying to fight against the reality of the world, is what it comes down to. What do you make of the young Aussie Furpy on the Pacers? I haven't seen a lot of them, so I'm not going to try to look at some stats and form some fake opinion based off the stats alone. I haven't watched a lot of them, so I really can't give a honest critique of it. By the way, you know what the first thing people are going to say if the Bulls get blown? If the Bulls get blown, I mean, if they get blown on live TV, the FCC may have something to say about that. So I seen you a top notch 304. She will guarantee to keep you awoke. That's crazy. Yes, I made both of these. Both of these, I did those. Like, so yeah. What's going on, MC Season? Glad to have you in the building. Not gonna lie, bro. I think it's the beard. You usually see old motherfucker with a beard like that. Not nowadays. I think like beards are like things that everybody kind of has nowadays, right? I love how Io and Vooch work together. Hey, it was great. I put up the shot chart after the game. It was really good to see. Really, really good to see. Man, I'm tired, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired. Trying to get this shit up by the game. I am tired. Has anything changed about the Bulls injury report? Everybody's playing except Patrick Williams, basically. I mean, just to whittle it down. So Hayes no better than to read my comments. I'm surprised we are not canceled yet. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Finally going to actually be home for a full game. Can't wait to watch without interruption. So sounds like you need to come in on the post game show with your boy Hayes. That's what it sounds like to me. Or maybe even Locked on Bulls after the game. Sounds like you should be on one of those with your boy. That's just what it sounds like to me. But I'm not the smartest person in the world. Yes, Alan, Kobe White is playing, my brother. Can you believe that Miami Heat are looking to trade Jimmy Butler? That's shocking, judging by a team that doesn't necessarily believe in rebuilding. Well, it doesn't mean they're necessarily rebuilding, right? Like they're retooling, but it doesn't. I mean, he has a player option for $52 million. Like I don't think they're going to give that. Not for what he's playing, not for how he's playing right now. Hey, do you think Jewel Lory would be a Chicago Sky? She requested a trade to the Seattle Storm. I don't think the Sky give. Listen, the Sky are trying to go younger, and I just don't think that they I don't think that they make that type of move personally. And I could absolutely be wrong on that. I want to be clear there, but I just don't necessarily see it. What the fuck? She's always down to hop on and talk about this fun badass. And yeah, you know what? Let's do it on Locked On Bulls. Let's do it on Locked On Bulls. It's been a minute since I had a guest over on Locked On Bulls. Let's go back to Bulls basketball. Absolutely, Delbert. Absolutely. Oh shit, Kobe playing power forward. Io, let's go. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Damn, I almost forgot I got to do Locked On NBA tonight. I'm about to be up late as shit. Damn. How many games are there today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, only 7 games. That's not bad. That's not bad. Haize, do you think Vooch will get? I already read that one. So glad Modest playing after that crack to the nose, not a TBO stash. Kind of figured he was one tough son of a bitch. That's a fact. That's a fact. I think I'd class Philly as a trap game, Sydney, due to their record, but we all know they can absolutely slap us if they get their shit together. That's fact. That's a big fact there. I just believe that Lakers fans are just delusional because they think they could trade for anybody under the sun and knowing that they don't even have the draft capital to really get anybody. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, do you know when Pat is coming back to Locked On Bulls again? I mean, that's really up to me. But we'll see if we can get like Pat's busy. That's part of the reason why he left Locked On Bulls as a permanent co-host. But I'll get him on again. Don't worry about it. I'll get him. Probably wait till after the Bear season, honestly. To after the Bear season's done, which is only another 5 games, so 5 weeks. Probably wait till then, because Pat's schedule frees up then, and we'll see what we can get. But also around the time the Bear season ends is when his wife's due with their baby. So we'll see. We'll see. Just no more Duarte minutes, please. Please, God, no. Please, God, no. When will it be time for the Bulls to win the championship again? When we get our shit together, bro. Like, I mean, like, we got to get our shit together, fam. Like, Bulls aren't winning getting the championship anytime soon. Listen, these things will hold up Jesus. Like real talk. Like, is that a bad joke? But yeah, these Gorilla Glue adhesive tape squares. Listen, bro, I had to go through like 8 boxes of them bitches, but them motherfuckers will hold up anything. The new background is extreme fire. Appreciate that. What my next upgrade may be, and I'm still trying to kick around if I want to do that, is an overhead mic. I may just get an overhead mic, which I have one on the other side of the studio. I could just bring it over here. Matter of fact, I'm talking shit. I got an overhead mic right there. And this is the damn the Sennheiser MK8. This is a fucking like $1,500 mic. It's just sitting there. I never use it. So I may switch to this mic, at least maybe on live stream. So that way it's like, especially now that I have the Bulls head there. And then so that may be the next upgrade. That may be the next. That may be, I may try it out during the halftime hangout. I may actually try it out during the halftime hangout. Not gonna lie to you. I may try it out during the halftime hangout. I got a $1,500 mic that's just sitting there. How much is this microphone? I want to make sure I'm not overpricing it. Oh yeah, it's not a $1,500. It's a $400 microphone. It's a $400 microphone, but it's just sit. I have not used this microphone in probably a year and a half, and it's just sitting there. See, if y'all saw my setup, like it's. Hold on, y'all. Test. Can y'all hear me? How does it sound? Is it too loud? Can y'all hear me? How does that sound? Let me know how that sounds. No, can y'all hear me now? Is it not coming through yet? Like, let me know how it sounds. Still no audio? Y'all don't hear anything yet? None? Y'all don't hear anything? It's on. Y'all don't hear anything? It says it's coming through. Test, 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 test. It says it's coming through. Sounds good? Okay. Let me know how this sounds. So we're gonna test this out. Does it sound good though, or does it sound like I'm not using a mic that's close to me, or does it sound good? It's good. Hold on. Let me see. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. Buckle my shoe. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I gotta do something. Let me turn the gain down a little bit. What about now? Does it still sound okay? Does it sound good though? Like, sounds great to you? I mean, one thing with mics are always like one of those things where it's like it's a different sounds for different strokes for different folks is really the way that it works down to it. But I think for like a live stream, this probably sounds pretty good, right? Like for a live stream, this is probably a good look. Because look, like it's different when I'm like on the pre-recorded videos, but now that like I have the Bulls heads and stuff, like it's just clean this way, kind of. Uh, there we go. It's just clean a little bit. I kind of like the way that this all kind of just sounds this way. Now it sounds good. Yeah, the gain was just too high up. That's all it is. So, but all right, we're gonna finish the live stream with this, and you guys can tell me how you feel about it. I think that they play how they're play statistic wise, even with the 30 wins. Honestly, I can see a huge upside on how they look next year. Thoughts? I mean, the thing is though, is that you see a huge ups. I don't know if the upside's huge, and then you also run the risk of what if this is just one season of Vooch playing this way? Like, and I hate to say it that way, but what if it is just 1 year from playing this way? Right? What if he goes back to down to earth next year? And then you have a player that's expiring at 35 years old. So I think that's the part that plays a big part into that you got to kind of look at. Vucevic and Levine for All-Star this season. If AK doesn't like the offers from other teams, I think that they are good vets to keep around and let Keroy and the other vets go. What do you think? No. Again, this is like you don't just keep vets that are making plus $20 million just around just to keep them around. That's the point. Like that's the problem with it, right? So you got to look at that. It's low now. Let's see. All right, maybe there now. We're trying to find the sweet spot. There's a sweet spot with every mic that we got. You know what? Also, I think that is it changing the audio automatically? No impressions on. I don't like that. Sounds good. Just needs the volume up a little. You know what? I'm gonna switch it back. I do like this look, but again, I gotta fine tune so much stuff. Like my whole setup was built for the other mic. Like I'm talking about down to like the gain was perfect for the other mic, everything. So it may not be. Hold on, I may have to put on my headphones so I can hear it myself. Test, 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 test. Sounds pretty good in my headphones, but then again, these are studio headphones, so it is what it is there. I think that we're seeing in terms of Vooch and Levine's resurgent is the result of DeMar leaving. I mean, there's an aspect to that. I think that's fair to have that conversation because it just opens up the floor a little bit more. Like for both those guys, it opens up Vooch to be more back in his natural spots and things like that. But I think that that's just what it comes down to. So we'll see. We'll see. Just a tad louder. You want me to go a tad louder? Let's see. Don't want to give it too much gain. Also, I think that this is also set for a dynamic mic, so that's going to have a part in it as well. So we need consecutive wins. I hope we beat Indiana. I hope so too. We could possibly go on a run if we continue playing with intent. Pacers, Sixers, Hornets, and then Raptors, I believe. Our next what is our schedule looking like coming up? So we got the Pacers The Sixers, Charlotte, Toronto, and then 2 games against Boston. So you're right there. You're right. I think with our defense, we should use a bit more defense at the rim. Trading Vooch could help with getting assets towards that. Well, keep in mind, though, if we're trading Vooch, we have a whole different set of problems. It's not as simple as like trading Vooch and then boom. We got like Vooch is a key part to the offense. And so, and that's why that if the Bulls do trade Vooch or Zach, it's not to all of a sudden still become this team that's fighting for a playing spot. It's to probably try to maximize your chance to keep your top 10 pick. So I think that that's a part in it as well. Schedule looks very winnable. The schedule is extremely winnable. It's extremely winnable. I don't think anybody can doubt it is a winnable schedule. But we've seen the Bulls disappoint before, right, bro? Like we can't like at this point with this team. Unfortunately, we cannot take anything for granted just because something is winnable. Like we just can't say that. Unfortunately, that's not how this team has maintained things so far for the last few years. So we got to see. We got to see. Starters back to being Giddey, Kobe, Zach, Ayo, and Vooch. Not surprised there. Not a surprise there. But all right, y'all. I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being the first people to see the new live studio. This is pristine. Pristine. This is the first time in a while that I really have felt like we did something different, right? It just feels different in this motherfucker. Did you see Vooch having a statistical year like this? I know I didn't. Hell no, BL Jet. Like, no. Even if I thought Vooch was gonna have a solid season, I didn't see something like this. Like this is special. Like what Vooch is doing offensively is crazy. It's really crazy. Schedule was very winnable until we play the Celtics and Bucks 4 times in 2 weeks. Yeah, that gets tough. That gets very tough. But all right, y'all. I love you guys. Go Bulls. See red, y'all. I'll be back at halftime. Love you guys. Peace.